Hello friends, Ken here, and welcome. Sit back and enjoy.
Ruin has come to our family. You remember our venerable house? Opulent and imperial, gazing proudly from its stoic perch above the moor. I lived all my years in that ancient, rumor-shadowed manor, fattened by decadence and luxury. And yet I began to tire of conventional extravagance. Singular, unsettling tales suggested the mansion itself was a gateway to some fabulous and unnameable power. With relic and ritual, I bent every effort towards the excavation and recovery of those long-buried secrets, exhausting what remained of our family fortune on swarthy workmen and sturdy shovels. At last, in the salt-soaked crags beneath the lowest foundations, we unearthed that damnable portal of antediluvian evil. Our every step unsettled the ancient earth. But we were in a realm of death and madness. In the end, I alone fled laughing and wailing through those blackened arcades of antiquity, until consciousness failed me. You remember our venerable house, opulent and imperial. It is a festering abomination. I beg you, return home, claim your birthright, and deliver our family from the ravenous, clutching shadows of the darkest dungeon.
Darkest Dungeon is about making the most of a bad situation. Quests will fail or must be abandoned. Heroes will die. And when they die, they stay dead. Progress auto-saves constantly, so actions are permanent. The game expects a lot out of you. How far will you push your adventurers? How much are you willing to risk in your quest to restore the hamlet? What will you sacrifice to save the life of your favourite hero? Thankfully, there are always fresh souls arriving on the stagecoach, seeking both adventure and fame in the shadow of the darkest dungeon. Hello friends, it's Ken here, and Darkest Dungeon is out on Steam, and I remember seeing quite a bit of this back when it first came into early access, and I decided I wanted to wait for it, as I've done with quite a few early access games at this point. Generally my thing is, if the game looks promising, I'll generally wait until they're happy with full release, because otherwise I tend to burn myself out on them before they're completely finished. So, we're here, the game is out, we're on build 13.377, which is like leet, if you like, but yes, let's just get into this. So I've seen a bit of this, I'm kind of familiar with how it works, but I've not ever put my hands on it, so we're going in together. Join me on this adventure. Click the letter to begin. The door to hell awaits. You have only but to take it. Darkest. This is just a name of our choice, is it? Darkest Kenjian. Yep. That looks good. Let's go. So it looks like the stagecoach is arriving.
You will arrive along the old road. It winds with a troubling, serpent-like suggestion through the corrupted countryside, leading only, I fear, to ever more tenebrous places. There is a sickness in the ancient pitted cobbles of the old road, and on its writhing path you will face viciousness, violence, and perhaps other damnably transcendent terrors.
Oh god, that's terrifying. It's a pointy ghost.
So steel yourself, and remember there can be no bravery without madness. The old road will take you to hell, but in that gaping abyss, we will find our redemption.
I thought this was the final version of the game. There was a mistake in the subtitle. They missed a word. Disappointing. Hamlet. So we're here in the Hamlet. Medical ward treatments can sometimes wipe out more than one disease. Good to know. We just loading in here? Looks like it. Boop. Boop, boop, boop. I like this torch. So this is going to be integral. I think light is an integral mechanic here. Press space or click. Boom. Okay, so tutorial. You are currently in a room. This is accurate both in game and in real life. To move forth, click on another room on the map display. So the map's down here, okay? So we want to go to this room. Boom.
Brigands have run up these lanes. Keep to the side path. The hamlet is just ahead.
Okay, so we're now in the hallway. So we choose the room to go to, and then we have to move through the hallway to get to that room. Press D to move forward, A to move back, or you can use the mouse. So we can. Okay, so just D like this, or we can mouse click it. Just jiggle back and forth. We've got this bloke and this kind of bandit chap with a gun.
That all may hear of your arrival.
Dispatch this thug in brutal fashion. Right, combat is turn-based. On your turn, click a skill icon, and then click on a highlighted target. If you can't select a skill, it's because the hero needs to be standing in a different spot. So, you'll see here, we've got this chap is right at the front, and then this guy is behind him. So, it's going to be in lines. I know kind of the basics of this, so we'll be in a line of, I think, maybe 4 people at most, and the enemy will be the same. Will be like 1 to 4 in a line. And so this guy is right at the front, so he can do more melee attacks. So we're looking at Dismas is our first attacker, the Highwayman. So he's got this open vein, bleed, it's a melee attack, and you see at the top of the skill thing, got these 3 yellow lights, so he can use it when he's in any of the front 3 positions, and he can hit people in the front 2 on the enemy team. This one, he can't. The pistol shot can be used where he's standing, but it can't hit someone who's standing right at the front. And then this tracking shot is the same, can't hit someone at the front. We can move him back to or forward to. The grape shot blast, you see, I guess this can hit 3 different people. Now we don't need to hit 3 people because only 1 dude. So let's use open vein. On this brigand cutthroat. There's a lot of numbers going on here. But for now, let's we've got an 83% chance to hit and a 5% chance to crit. You see on the right hand side of the cutthroat's numbers there. 7 damage. And he's bleeding, which I presume, yeah, 2 damage per round. Okay, good to know. So Reynold has got lots of melee attacks. So you see he has to be in the front 2 to use any of these. In fact, to use any of his skills, it seems like. Yeah. He has to be right at the front of the party. Which is fine for now. So this is a protection. It also torch +6. So I presume what that does is it bumps the light up. But we'll get onto that when the game tells us about it. Zealous accusation. Is there an obvious damage stat on these? I don't know if there's actually like a damage stat or whether everything does roughly the same damage and then everything else is. So this has got a mod of -40. So okay, I see. So this his damage is 6 to 12 with his current setup, his current battered longsword. So this will do 40% less damage, whereas this will do 100% or +15 if you're attacking something that's unholy. This guy, just a human, so this does way less damage, but it stuns. So we can smite this guy, I guess. Bah!
Falls. A faint hope
Rifling through the corpses reveals 100 gold. Greases palms, builds empires, and instigates murder. Value 100 gold each. I guess each? Or is that just... I don't know if gold is shared between them. I feel like gold is just for the whole thing. Maybe EA stands for something else. Electronic Arts. Okay, so now we've killed him. We can move on. Forward! Okay, we found a curio. Press click or press W. Take a look at this tent. Clearly where the ambushers camp. We can check inside the tent, or we can ignore it. Let's check inside. Oh, valuables. Fantastic. Gold and jade. Very nice. Can we check this? Oh. Uh-oh, we've been ambushed.
The rightful owner has returned, and their kind is no longer welcome.
Oh, we're being shot at. Okay, so they've switched our positions round, which is troubling. Because this guy doesn't want to be at the front. He wants to use his shots. And he needs to be at the back to use his attacks. He does have this tracking shot, though. Which is kind of nice. So we could use that. I don't think we can hit... Oh, this chap take up 2 slots, does he? Is that how that works? I'd love to... maybe I'll move him back, because... there we go. Now Reynold. Oh, he's being shot at. But he's resisted it. Okay. Zealous accusation hits 2 people. I wonder how this works if this is this one guy or is this... It looks like he's taking up 2 spaces, but I don't know if that actually is how it functions. Maybe we should just maybe we should just smite him for now and see. We can kind of compare the numbers. So that did 9 damage. On to round 2. Dismass here. We can now use our pistol shot if we want, which has slightly less damage. The grape shot hits multiple people. 25% damage plus marked. It's not quite indicating how you mark someone. But I'm sure we'll work that out as we go. Let's try the grape shot blast. If I hit him here. Okay, that does hit both of them. But it only hits this guy once. It doesn't hit him twice just because he seems to be double-sized. This guy whacking us both for 1. And you see here we're getting madness. So this down here is our madness or insanity, I guess it might be. I think it's actually stress. I think is the term they use for it. We could use the Bullock of Faith to protect ourselves, or we could try the jealous accusation. I want to see if this does. Yeah, it doesn't really do more damage to him. I think the smite is more effective. So good to know. Always good to test that stuff out early on, when you're generally a little bit safer. Do you want to bleed this guy out? Do you want a pistol shot? Should we pistol shot this guy? And we could grape shot again and hit them both again. That worked pretty well. I think it counteracts the fact that it's a bit lower damage by hitting them both. Oh, he's got his flail, stressing us out. Getting hit with a flail always stresses me out a little bit. I'm not sure if this guy at the back, I'm not quite sure what he's up to. He seems to be a little bit slower. This guy's got speed of -1. Okay. Let's smite this chap. 8 damage. So it is a little bit better damage, but it's not like wildly going to make too much difference. I mean, bear in mind also that there is a range on our damage values, so that will make a difference. I think maybe we pistol shot this guy because I think we can guarantee to kill him that way.
The bigger the beast, the greater the glory.
When most monsters die, they leave corpses. They act as temporary obstacles and will eventually go away on their own. You can attack corpses to destroy them faster, but often a better approach is to use ranged skills, push-pull skills, or corpse clearing skills. Monsters killed with bleed, blight, or crits leave no corpses. Okay, so this chap, all dead. Oh, that's kind of icky. I'm into it. I'm into it. Right, okay. Oh, so this marks the target, so we can use the Bullock of Faith. Can we mark this guy with it? Or maybe that just marks us. I'm going to try it out anyway and see what it looks like. Boom. So now we're marked. Okay, so he's marked, so basically he's more likely to get attacked by enemies. This chap's got his pistol shot that's better against marked people. But like obviously we don't want to shoot our own man with it, so maybe we'll just we can't get the melee attack in, I think, because this guy's too far back. See here, won't let us click on him. So we gotta shoot him, I think, is our best bet here. Just give him the oh, he dodged it. Okay, so this guy's not pretty quick. Not quite so quick. What is our speed at? Just at 1. Okay. Can we smite this chap? No, he's too far back. The ranged is also too far back. So we our best bet, I guess, is to hit this corpse, because we don't have a corpse removing skill. You see, we've taken most of the thing off the skill off of this chap. So now we've got Dismass. Grape Shot should be hopefully enough to kill this, but it will also... It's only got 2 HP, this corpse, so we should be able to take it out and also hit this chap. And now he's moved forward, you see. And now he's moved forward. We can twat him in the face. Fantastic, and we get food. Generally consumes 1 unit per meal, okay. Some gold. Deeds. Land grants in generations past. And a diseased herb that can be used by a plague doctor, which is, I guess, one of the classes. So we've got a crusader, and this guy was like a highwayman. So let's take all this. After you've completed the quest, you can return to town. Just click the crest. You don't need to return to the starting room of the dungeon to exit. So we can continue adventuring, or we can return to Hamlet. Well, let's make our move, I suppose. Seems to be the way. Seems to be the way it wants us to go for now. We get 5 grand, bunch of treasure, some heirlooms. Okay. We get some XP, resolve XP. And we've got some I don't remember what they actually call these, but he's got this weakness, which is minus 10. He does 10% less damage if the torch is below 26. So when it starts to get dark, he does less damage. And an armor tinker, which means it's cheaper to upgrade his armor. That's good. Both level 1. Both need 8 resolve XP to level up, and he's got 14 stress, and this chap's got 7. Okay, so now we should be going to the Hamlet, I guess.
Welcome home, such as it is. This squalid hamlet, these corrupted lands, they are yours now, and you are bound to them.
Okay, so quest goals. Successfully complete your first foray into the ruins would be it seems to be our first quest. And then we got all these people to defeat. I imagine these aren't these aren't things we're going to complete straight away. Yeah, so you see here, the Darkest Dungeon was not in the original release. I think it's like the final area you can go into. So our first area looks like it's probably going to be the ruins. We can close this down. And here we are. Get help where you may. Press H to see contextual help. So we can hold H, click on stuff to use them to interact with your heroes. The stagecoach to recruit new places. Most of this place, tavern, sanitarium, abbey, the guild, the blacksmith, the nomad wagon. They're all things we're going to have to unlock down the line. Trinket inventory, so this is our trinkets. This is the glossary. Okay, so this is where we can kind of look up anything, any terms that we're not sure about. Quite nice to know. Bust, an heirloom found in the ruins. Death blow, hero. So when you A hero with, there we go, it tells you right here. A hero with 0 HP is at death's door. So, like, you don't necessarily die when you hit 0 HP. But every time you get hit with 0 HP, you have a chance to be permanently killed. Good to know. Okay, let's go see what we've got going on here. We've got the graveyard.
Most will end up here, covered in the poisoned earth, awaiting merciful oblivion.
Stagecoach is your hero lifeblood.
Soldiers and outlaws.
Oh, this is...
Fools and corpses.
We can see along the side.
All will find their way to us now that the road is clear.
So we need to recruit these 2 heroes to fill out the party of 4. While you're here, spend some of your resources on upgrading the network. So, here we go. So, we can increase the number to 3, and this increases the size of the roster. So at the moment we can have, it looks like we can have 9 people. But let's increase this.
More arrive, foolishly seeking fortune.
You see it cost us
glory.
3 deeds and it cost us 3 crests, I guess. So we could do it again. I mean, this seems like a good one to upgrade right off the bat, I suppose. Let's do it. Why not? Let's get it in there. So here are 2. Reynold and Canuville.
What better laboratory than the blood-soaked battlefield?
We've got a plague doctor and like a medicine man. Here we go, so we can look at him. Seeker Plague Doctor. He likes to be near the back and kind of prefers hitting people a little bit further back. Canuville sort of kind of likes being near the back. Where's Dismas likes to be in the middle. So it looks like probably our setup's going to be like this, with these chaps at the front and these this lady and this fella at the back. Probably going to be our way to go. Dismas, there we go. Hard noggin. So these are his quirks. He's a known cheat, so he's not allowed to gamble in town. He can't go to the where is it? I guess maybe in the tavern. I don't know where you do your gambling, but he's not allowed there, wherever it is. We've also got this Ancestor's Memoir.
In time, you will know the tragic extent of my failings.
Okay, so this is where we can watch the cutscenes, I suppose. So here we go. Succeed in your first assault on the Darkest Dungeon. Well, that's not going to happen anytime soon. At least I would imagine not. So, not too much more to do right now. I guess our kind of best thing to do is embark. So let's do it.
A mecca of madness and morbidity. Your work begins.
Okay, so click provision when ready to proceed. So drag them into the adventuring slots. So I presume this is kind of the order they're going to line up in. I imagine we can probably rework them a bit. So the Darkest Dungeon is up here. The ruins are here. I don't know what this is. Not quite sure what that does. Oh, is this like a... maybe a difficulty setting? Scout. We are the flame. So, maybe this is the first area we can go to. Maybe that's... because it seems like all these are closed off. So the first area... so we could actually go into the Darkest Dungeon. We know it exists. So we can just go straight in there. But as you can see, these guys not too happy about that. But we can go into the ruins. Short, apprentice, level 1. Goal, explore 90% of it. Okay, let's give it a go. Provision.
The cost of preparedness, measured now in gold, later in blood.
So always bring food and torches. For your first quest, try bringing at least 8 food and 4 torches. So, where's our food? Food is here. We have 5,000 gold. That's alright. And 4 torches, they said, right? Okay. That's not too bad. We could also take some shovels. Some anti-venom, bandage, medicinal herbs. So these are for all various things. Skeleton key for doors. Kind of nice. We take a shovel, just in case. I think like you can only take stuff once. I think once you've used it on an adventure, it might go away. I'm not 100% on that. Yeah. The unused provisions will be discarded without repayment. Buy only as much as you need. Okay, well, we'll take one just in case. It didn't recommend them, but hey, we'll take one just in case we find something that we want to break into. Let's go. First expedition into the ruins of your ancestry. Be curious, be careful. Okay, the hero panel. Right click to bring up a detailed panel showing their quirks, skills and resistances. Okay, so we can do this. We can be like bop on this guy. We can see he's God-fearing. Will only pray for stress relief. So he's also prone to stealing. But he gets more bonus if the torch is above 75. So here, radiant light. So monsters will be surprised because it's very bright. We can reduce the torch. We can snuff it out completely. So you can go in the dark intentionally if you want to. But for now, there's not too much to do in here, I don't think. So let's move to this room. And here we are in this corridor. I wonder if this just takes us back into that room. Yeah, it does. Okay. Just wanted to test that out. So the room's always going to be at the end there. Nothing going on. You salvage the unburned torch. Okay, so we got another torch. That's good. So this lady here is getting a little bit scared. Light is getting dim. Hold up. Let's go in here. So monsters are still surprised, but our stress is going up slightly. And here we go. We're in combat with some bone rabble. Okay, so Dismas is up first. We can get the double shot in. Bang, bang. Now Reynolds here. Now he's got Noxious Blast, which does Blight. Emboldening Vapors increases damage and speed. Disorienting Blast. It shuffles. So it will shuffle them around a bit. It also clears all corpses. So there you go. There's a good fun ability to clear the corpses. He's also got this Plague Grenade which hits people at the back. So let's Noxious Blast. Let's Noxious Blast this chap at the front. Only does 1 damage, but he's got the Blight now. So he's taking 4 damage around. Canuville got the Mace Bash, which she can't use because she's not at the front. Judgment, which is a ranged attack. And it also heals self. It looks like it does damage and also heals self. Divine Grace is a bigger heal. So that heals 3. This can heal more. And also it can, I guess, you can do it to anyone. Divine Comfort, Party Heal. So she's basically our healer. So she's okay where she is, I think. But as we don't need to... let's attack this guy because... oh, crikey, that wasn't too bad. And she heals as well. And wham!
The fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms.
Okay, and we get 75 gold. So I'll open this unlock strongbox, I guess. Can't be anything too bad in there. We get a shovel, a ruby, and some busts. There we go, the busts that we were talking about. We found them. Okay, so this is the room we were in. So let's move to the next room. Onwards and I guess upwards on the map.
Even the cold stone seems bent on preventing passage.
So we can clear it by hand, or we could use our shovel. Let's use the shovel. It's a good thing we brought one, although we did actually find one as well, which I presume was intentional. I imagine the game's being fairly tutorial-y. Light is fading. The darker it gets, the harder things get, but the better the rewards. Okay, interesting. So the torch is at 46. So the heroes are surprised, and our stress is going up a lot. So maybe we should use a torch with old Reynold. Will this use our turn up with Reynold? No. Okay, good to know. So the light's okay now. So we'll carry on with this as we are. We could shuffle these guys around. That might work out well. Do you want to try that? Yeah, let's try it. Why not? So there you go. You see, it's shuffled them. So now we've put this ranged guy at the back, which might actually work out to be pretty good. We'll use the judgment on this chap. Wasn't quite as good this time, but we do still keep healing up. Reynold. We could zealous accusation to damage both of them at once.
Confidence surges.
Oh, we missed the one at the back, but we did kill one of them. And now Dismas here could use the grape shot blast. Might be the way to go. Because we can damage this corpse. We missed both of these chaps though. This one's getting buffed. It's got stun resist. Good job, Dismas. Dodged the attack. It's your go again. Crikey. Bam. And there we go. We've killed them. So bring this guy to the front. No real need to do this again. So let's use the noxious blast and use it on this chap with the more health, or this lady, I suppose, with more health. The cultist acolyte. Canuville. Do you want to take out this one that seems to be doing the buffs first? Might be the best plan. If we can.
Slowly.
And there she goes. She's died to the blight.
This is how a life is taken.
Whoa. Okay. Now we can go back to the smite, because that does more damage. This does 40% less damage because it hits 2 people. So overall it does, you know, like a little bit, it does, like, both of them do 60%, so you're doing 120% if you're hitting 2 people. Load of crests and some gold. Boom! How's our torch doing? We, bump it up. Wait, let's collect ourselves. Okay. Onwards. Still looking pretty good. Doesn't look like anything's happening in here. Okay. Now do we want to go up or right? Doesn't look like either way is going to matter too much. So let's go this way. Keeping an eye on the light as it goes down. It's down to 70 now. Ah, so you see... Ah, so this guy, because he was greedy, we saw earlier. If we bring him up, he's a kleptomaniac, so he's nicked all the stuff for himself. Which is, you know, that's a risk you take when you run with old Reynold in your party. He's just going to nick all the good stuff. Or even if it's not good stuff, he's still going to nick it for himself. That's just the way he rolls. We've been surprised. Quarrel. Oh, 6 damage. Crikey. That chap's got a crossbow. This bone arbalist. We could plague grenade. But only hit this one guy at the back though, so not necessarily like that much better. And in fact, it's probably worse than the noxious blast in general. We could disorienting blast though. That worked pretty well last time. Bring this guy forward. Get the melee guy further back, because a lot of melee guys don't seem to be able to attack when they're right at the back. Dismas. Why can he not grape shot here? I wonder. Ranged. Oh, I see. It's because he's been moved to the back. I didn't actually notice he'd been moved. So everyone's been shuffled around, you see. So it's up to us if we want to move forward or we want to just use the pistol shot anyway. We could use the pistol shot. We could shoot this chap, can we? Oh no, you can't shoot the guy at the front, of course. Maybe we should shoot the arbalest. Do you have to be careful with our lady at the front? But she's quite potent. She's got a base accuracy of 80. You can do a decent whack. We could leave her there. We could move her around. But it seems okay. We still got decent skills to do. And here's Reynold. He might like to be more at the front, but we could zealous accusation. Get these chaps. Bam! Bringing them down. And what's the best thing to do here? Get a noxious blast in on this front chap, maybe. that he gets blighted up. So the problem here is she can't use her powerful judgment skill. And she can't use her healing because she's right at the front of the party. So maybe we'll move her backwards. We can only move her one at a time, which is a bit of a shame. But it's not the end of the world. Let's pistol shot this chap. And we got him down. And there you go. But you see still the corpses. This guy died to blight, so his corpse disappears, which is important to note. Because you know, if you're trying to keep him at the back, we've kind of moved him forward there, which is okay. But it's good to note that it moves you around like that. Now, we're gonna smite this chap. I think maybe we will. Oh, we critted him for 20. Crushed by justice. You get some bust, bandage, deed.
Push on to the task's end.
What is this thing? An ornate fountain of holy purport. Well, I mean, can't hurt to investigate, can it? Propitations are found at the bottom. Okay, so we're just taking all the money that people have thrown into the fountain. A little bit cheeky, but there we go. I'm kind of sad we can't just heal up. We can, I think, just move around. Now we're like in here anyway. You can move, I think, at any time. Is there any reason for him not to be? No. So we could keep her right at the back if we wanted. You can do all her other skills from right at the back. Yeah, why not? Let's do that for now. To restore health and stave off hunger. Can we see hunger on here? It's not immediately obvious. Can we bring up? I'm not immediately seeing a kind of hunger thing. Switch outfit. That's kind of fun. Ooh, you can change the colour. Kind of nifty. I like that. Whatever. We'll leave him with what he's got for now. Let's move onwards. Let's go upwards. Right, progressing in. Ooh, the light's getting dim. Relight it up again. Where's our inventory? How do we get to it? Do I have to like... Here we go. I found the button. A trap!
Ambushed by foul invention.
Can we heal this chap up? It doesn't restore a lot of health. Right, well, we can heal him when we're in combat anyway, so... This is the one of the things you have to be wary of, because the guy at the front is going to be the one running into the traps. Okay, and on we go. Oh, there's nothing in this room, seems like. Okay. Anything else we can do in here? Doesn't look like it, not too much going on. Some crests. Got a holy water. How's our... The light's okay at the moment, so we can stick to that. Let's go check out this room. So you see, even though we're technically going left, it still acts as though we're going right. Oh gosh. Okay, so that time it didn't hit a guy at the front.
Lie in wait.
He's very stressed. 41 stressed.
Thirsting for blood.
He doesn't want to linger, which I can't blame him. He's already been injured. Alright, there's a fight. Okay, so Reynold. Get the plague grenade off. And it's still only going to hit one person. Maybe we'll disorient instead then. Seems to be a good way to open up. Ooh, a big slash coming in. But he's resisted some of the damage. Grape shot's going to hit all of them. That's pretty good. 553. Good job there, Dismas. And Reynold, we can protect and also buff the torch up a bit, which is kind of nice. Bam! So he kind of becomes the tank, I suppose. And then we can... Divine Grace, we can heal this chap. And hopefully they'll attack him a little bit more, rather than our boy Reynold over here. We can also buff up his damage. Might be worth doing. Oh, we can buff up anyone's damage. Okay. Let's buff up this chap's damage. Oh, Dismas, because he's got the big shots. There you go. You see the 25% damage. Got the heal again. Maybe this time we'll heal up our boy here. Make sure that he's going to survive a hit. And now Dismas with the Grape Shot Blast with a buff. 434. Wasn't actually any more damage than last time, but bear in mind that there is a, there's a roll on these things. So there we go. The protection, helping him take no damage there, which is incredibly useful. Good dodge, Dismas. You could give these guys a whack. Oh, miss and a dodge. Come on, Reynold. You gotta do better than that. Wait, is this guy called Reynold? He is. We'll buff him up. I think he is. Maybe I'm forgetting. Dismas. Grape Shot Blast. So this thing still lasts. It lasts for, looks like 2 rounds. Bam! We've killed one of them. And now Reynold. So we have got a Reynold. And then this guy's called like Reynard or something. So we can party heal here. Might be the way to go. Bam! So it doesn't heal as much, but it heals them all up a little bit. And then we've got the Zealous Accusation. Wham! Take him out. We get a crest.
A trifling victory.
Sigils.
Victory,
A portrait. Heirloom chest with our family sigil. Must be good. Some gold and some food. That is good. Can't complain about that too much. Okay, we're back to the map. Huh, interesting. Scouting. So if we move down, we know there's something in here. We know there's a curio in here. The pack contains loot. A skeleton key. A bust. Some gold. Good to note. Now, we take a look at the map. If we go down to here, we're going to have to go all the way around and all the way back up. So maybe we can... Can we go back to... and through this door? I think we can. There we go. It might be a little bit easier just to go through here. Because we don't have to explore all the corridors, just all the rooms. But let's get out of here before too much trouble. It's getting very dark. We should definitely look to light it up. Are we out of torches completely now? I think we are. I mean, we brought as many as we were told to. But I feel like we should have brought more. How many did we only bring 4? I think so. Right, we're moving onwards. Gonna get dark, but that's fine. We're pretty cool. The pack contains loot. Food. Wait, was there some dice? Oh, did he take all the stuff? Oh, Reynold. What is your name? Reynolds. It is Reynold and Reynold. That's very confusing. Getting incredibly dark now. Eat food. Regain health. Or eat nothing to take 20% and stress damage. So everyone eats. Everyone has a nice snack. Probably very smart. And there we go. We've done everything we need to. But let's continue adventuring. The quest is complete. So I think we can click up here to leave at any time. Can we click on this maybe? Is there actually anything going on in this room? Doesn't seem like it. Let's go to the final room. It'll probably get us killed, but what's life without a little adventuring?
Darkness closes in,
Black as pitch.
the hearts of men.
Very scary. So we're going to be in trouble if we get in a fight now. But we'll use our shovel. Remember, we can't take stuff out with us. We can only we can take this loot, but we can't take anything else. Maybe we should eat some food as well, because seeing as we don't really do much else with the food, I think it gets used up anyway, like all those base resources. And here we go, a big fight. Oh, we've been surprised. It's spun us all round. Big hits on Canoeville. She's a bit stressed. Oh, I can't do the plague grenade. But the one time I actually want to do the plague grenade, I can't because I need to move. Move back. Dismass. He can do some shot, but he can't do his grape shot blast, which I'd kind of like to do. Let's jump him forward. Oh, and he took a shot for his troubles. So getting used to how much your party move around is definitely going to be a big deal. Oh, a big crit. Big hurts for Canoeville. She still can't heal because she needs to move back to do that. But I think if we move her back, then at least we've got Reynald up the front now. Tempting Goblet. Oh, don't throw wine all over me. What is this? Let's start healing people up a little bit. 2 heal, good. Okay, we needed that big roll. Reynald now with the plague grenade. Get it in there. Got blight on both of them. That's good. What we needed. Start giving them some big damage. Oh, big shots in on us though. Grape shot blast. Definitely going to want to get that big damage going. Good job, Dismass. I think Canoeville's going to be on pretty heavy healing duty. Reynald can be our Bullock of Faith for now. I should draw some more of the ire towards him and away from the rest of our party. Oh, Canoeville's getting low. Her resolve is tested. She's courageous. Okay, so when your stress gets quite high, you have a chance to either like gain some kind of mad effect, or you can become heroic. And their elevated state of performance will last until they camp or return to town. Okay, so we got a bit lucky on the roll there. She's very courageous now, which is good. We've killed one of them. Numbers game starting to swing in our favour. Let's get the emboldening vapors in on our chap Dismass. He seems to be doing the most. Can't eat because oh, she's doing some bits and bobs, that's why. You can party heal. She can't heal herself fully because she's not far enough back. But I think party heal might be safer than trying to move her, because they might still target her down. And also it will protect Reynald a little bit more. So thankfully she got the crit heal on herself. Oof, a crit on Dismass. He's at death's door. So there we go. When in this state he suffers stat penalties and any further damage has a chance to heal them, to kill them. We've got to heal them quickly. He's going to take another hit. Oof. Okay, it didn't kill him. We got lucky. And so you see death's door, that lasts while he's at death's door until the end of quest. I think Zealous Accusation's our best bet here. Got to get that damage in quickly. We've got to finish these chaps off before they do the same to us.
And now the true test. Hold fast or expire.
You can do it. I believe in you all. Let's get the emboldening vapors on Reynald for big crits. The pistol shot gonna come in. Oh, he's dodged it. That's definitely not ideal. Big shot coming in.
To a killing blow.
Oof, didn't kill him though. We're okay. Smite. There we go. The big buff. And now the party heal. That should get them off death's door at least. So you see they're no longer at death's door, but they still have a negative impact until the end of the quest because of recovering from death's door. Get this pistol shot, and you need to hit it this time, mate. Oh, and he did. And what a shot. We pushed our luck there. Get some onyx.
Triumphant pride precipitates a dizzy.
Let's open this chest. What do we get? Bust and some deeds. Fantastic. And then we make it out. And we did it. The first of many victories. Look at all this stuff we got. Ding, 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 ding. Just rolling in it. Just rolling in it. There we go. We got some XP on all of them. Reynold got Warren's Phobe. So now he takes more stress damage in the Warrens. Dismas is irrepressible. So he's got a greater chance of virtue. I'm not quite sure what virtue affects. Lurker. Reynold is better if the torch is very... So he's better in the dark now. Which is like a nice thing to have. But you don't really want it to be dark most of the time. Okay. And we return to the hamlet.
There is a great horror beneath the manor. A crawling chaos that must be destroyed.
Okay, so some negative quirks will become severe. And when they're severe, they cost a lot more to remove. Okay, so we've unlocked... Wait, it is week 2. So the tavern and the abbey has been unlocked. The ruins has been unlocked. These two are apprentices because they've got some experience. They were all successful. Fantastic. Okay, so we can go to the tavern.
Fresh kegs, cards, and curtained rooms promise solace to the weary and broken alike.
Okay, so when you send someone, if we send someone to the tavern, that uses them for the week. So we can't then take them to the dungeon. So we can have someone go to drink or to gamble or to visit the brothel. If we go over to the abbey,
The cobwebs have been
there's meditation, but this chap's already doing it, so we can't hop in there. We can pray, or you can go to do some flagellation if that's what you're into, and that will help calm them down sometimes if they're very stressed. So like Canuville, you can see is very stressed. She can only pray for stress relief, so we could send her to pray. But Reynold, of course, we know he will only pray, and his is severe now, so maybe we should focus on him first. But we've also got this move stone, which is kind of nice. Plus 20% move skill chance. Go to the stagecoach and see who's there. Well, I guess we should recruit everyone. We've got Parthenai and Arbalest.
Shoot,
Brown,
bandage, and pillage.
who is a plague doctor, and 2 seeker lepers. Pontahardon, good name, and Raleigh. Of course, we can continue to upgrade these, although pretty expensive to do so. But you'll see we're at 8 of 9 heroes, so the barracks might need to be upgraded soon. We want to take more dudes in. Let's go to the abbey. The praying, I think Reynold's going to go pray. It costs 12.50, but that's alright. Confirm that. The Canuville won't be able to do anything this turn. At least not. That's not like the way she can recover her bits and bobs. This guy doesn't have anything specific to do. Dismas, we know he's a known cheat, so he's not allowed to gamble. But he's still allowed to go to the tavern. So we could have him go for a drink. And maybe old Reynold. Now Canuville can't go to the won't go to any of them, I don't think. Let's send Reynold to the gambling hall. Canuville, see, it won't let us go in there because she can all she can do is pray. But it won't let us. I don't think it will let us have 2 praying. Yeah, so you can't have 2 people praying at once. So Canuville, you're gonna have to just hang out for now. These people will get on their bits, and then she might be able to come on our next quest. But these chaps will probably fill up most of that the next quest we go on. But I think that's going to do it for now. That's Darkest Dungeon. It's out now on Steam in full release, although I believe they are continuing to update it as they go. And yeah, I really like this. I'm definitely going to play around more with it. Maybe I'll do something else with it later down the line if I feel the need to, or if you'd like to see more, you know, drop me a comment. Let me know if you'd like to see me mess around with this series a bit more. But I'd like to get a bit more experience with it because definitely a lot of complexity, a lot of numbers in there, plenty to take your fancy. Look at Pontahardon. Love interest. Will only visit the brothel. Good old, well, you know, appropriate. for our friend Ponty Hardon. So there we go, Darkest Dungeon. It's a ton of fun. I'm really enjoying it from this little we've played so far. That's been kind of my first time with it, and I hope you've enjoyed it. If you've had a good time with this video, be sure to bop that like button and subscribe to the channel for plenty more videos like this. It's kind of a new thing I'm doing. I'm going to try, like, hey, here's my first time playing this game, and come along and join me. Quite a good way to look at new things and see what they're like, you know, as you first jump into them. I think that's quite a fun thing to do. And yeah, subscribe to the channel if you'd like to see more of this. Drop me a comment and let me know what you thought of this and whether you're enjoying Darkest Dungeon, if you're playing it, that kind of thing. Always good to hear from you. I've been Ken. Thanks very much for watching. I hope you have a fantastic day, and I'll catch you on the next one. Cheers!